up to another day of Tesla Shorts Time, episode 532. It's July 5th, 2026, and I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Here's what's happening with Tesla today. Strict lease terms left one driver facing $2,141 in wear and tear charges after returning her Tesla. Tesla reported a 25% year-over-year increase in global vehicle sales for the second quarter. The figure represents the strongest quarterly sales total the company has posted to date. Growth spanned all models even as U.S. registrations showed softness during the same period. Shares fell sharply on the same day the results appeared. The sales gain came one day after Rivian raised its own production outlook for 2026. Rivian increased its production and delivery guidance for the remainder of 2026. The adjustment came on the same day Tesla shares declined sharply. The report contrasts the two companies' near-term volume trajectories without providing specific Rivian unit targets. The guidance revision applied to the full second half of the year. No commentary on competitive positioning accompanied the update. The change coincided exactly with the release of Tesla's quarterly sales data. While volume numbers improved, one model continues to dominate the broader EV market. The Model Y held the top position globally for May by a clear margin over competing battery electric vehicles. The ranking reinforces Tesla's current product strength even as older vehicles receive updates. No unit volumes were disclosed in the data. The result stands on the ranking alone. Strong sales rest partly on software that keeps both new and older cars competitive. An over-the-air update reached millions of pre-HW4 vehicles after repeated owner requests. Recipients noted improvements in the delivered features. Performance gaps versus HW4 models remained visible to those drivers. Continued hardware differences stay a point of discussion among owners. Software's ability to manage vehicle physics also shows up in everyday driving conditions. Vehicle mass is a fixed physical property that software must accommodate rather than override. On low grip surfaces, the added weight increases both the force needed to change direction and the time before traction is lost. Tesla's approach integrates motor torque response, sensor fusion, and stability algorithms into one closed loop. The system treats the entire powertrain as a single actuator. This produces faster recovery than traditional stability systems that cut power after slip is detected. The same control layer supports future autonomy and ride quality claims. While the engineering works in controlled demos, real-world customer experiences can still produce friction. A returning lessee received a $2,141 invoice for interior and exterior items. The charges covered wear that exceeded Tesla's inspection thresholds. The customer described the standards as stricter than those of prior leases she had used. Contract terms allow recovery of costs for any damage beyond normal use. Short Spot segment highlights how contract terms affect total cost at turn-in. Customer service friction appears in other areas as well. A buyer attempting to secure a Tesla rebate encountered an issue when a staff member intervened during the process. The customer stated she would never purchase from Tesla again following the interaction. The report centers on the breakdown in the rebate handling rather than the vehicle's specifications. The intervention occurred at the point of finalizing the rebate paperwork. No details on the specific rebate program were included in the account. The outcome led the buyer to declare an end to future Tesla purchases. Google Maps added real-time occupancy data for superchargers visible to drivers of other electric vehicles. The feature shows whether stalls are expected to be occupied upon arrival. It applies only to the portion of the network already opened to non-Tesla vehicles. The addition represents continued expansion of Tesla's charging infrastructure beyond its own fleet. Infrastructure reach also surfaces in product teases outside the car itself. A marketing video for Tesla's new outdoor product line briefly showed an unreleased wireless speaker. The device appeared alongside camping and lifestyle items. No pricing or launch details were released. The sighting prompted online discussion about a potential new hardware category. A production-intent cybercab appeared in public wearing a large patriotic vinyl wrap marking the U.S. 250th anniversary. The wrap covered the vehicle's angular bodywork and drew immediate attention. Observers noted the vehicle matched earlier prototype dimensions without visible sensor changes. An owner examined a high-mileage rental Model 3 after more than 204,000 miles of use. The battery health reading and range retention exceeded typical expectations for that mileage level. The inspection focused on degradation metrics rather than cosmetic condition. A GMC Sierra EV driver reported paying $93.85 for a single fast charge session on the EV Go network. The owner calculated roughly $500 in annual savings if using Tesla supercharging rates instead. The comparison centered on pricing per kilowatt hour rather than charging speed. There is a challenge worth discussing. A returning lessee received an unexpected $2,141 bill for wear that exceeded Tesla's thresholds. The customer described the inspection standards as stricter than those of other lessors. This creates a point of friction at turn-in for some customers. Tesla stated that its vehicles rank as the most American-made cars available. The Post tied the claim directly to the country's 250th anniversary. No additional production or sourcing data accompanied the statement. Private Wealth Partners LLC increased its position in Tesla shares during the most recent filing period. The move was recorded in standard regulatory disclosures without commentary on valuation. Tesla's current market capitalization of $1.4 trillion rests on upcoming developments in one city, according to a recent analysis. The article links the valuation directly to progress in that single unnamed location. The piece presents the city as a pivotal test case for assumptions about future growth. No operational or regulatory specifics were supplied in the summary. The framing positions outcomes there as central to sustaining the present valuation level. The report appeared on July 5th. An analysis examines possible 2030 price levels for Tesla shares, including a scenario reaching $3,000. It ties those outcomes to long-term execution across multiple business lines. No intermediate price targets or probability weightings were supplied. The forecast considers performance across the full range of company operations. The projection covers the period through the end of the decade. The piece was published on July 4th. A Tesla struck a cafe in what reports describe as a high-impact collision that resulted in one fatality. Details on vehicle speed, driver status, or any driver assistance engagement remain limited in initial coverage. The incident occurred on July 4 and is under local investigation. The collision produced one confirmed death at the scene. Early reports provide no further information on the sequence of events. The case remains open with authorities. Before we go, keep an eye on further details around the Cybercab wrap sightings and any regulatory movement on unsupervised operation. That covers it for today's Tesla developments. TSLA closed at $393.45, down $31.85, 7.5%. Share this episode with a fellow Tesla enthusiast if you found it useful, and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's episode. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Thanks for being here. And before you go, this show is part of the NARA Network, a family of daily podcasts on tech, science, and markets. Each one a short, sharp briefing you can finish on the commute. If today earned its place in your feed, here's your next listen. Planetarian Daily, daily breakthroughs in science, health, and longevity. Find every show free at naranetwork.com. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.